Well, hello. Welcome, everyone. This is Lisa Torres here. Oh my God, look at my lips. How funny. Oh my God, my makeup. Seriously? Oh, and look at my skin. That is just terrible. Oh, look how cute I am. So, three-step plan for 2018 success. I wanted to share with you guys today just a simple process that I usually go through. It's the very first step in creating my plan for the year. Very first step. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So the very first thing that I like to do is I like to write down all the income producing activities that I want to do. Okay, so write down step number one is to write down all the income producing activities that you want to do, such as blogging. Do you want to get into blogging? Do you want to get into creating YouTube videos? Do you want to do Facebook ads? Do you want to do Instagram? Do you want to do Twitter or Pinterest? What is it that you want to accomplish in your business? Where do you want to build a following? Where do you want to be found? Where do you want to be seen, right? What platforms do you want to brand yourself on? Now, here's the thing. There's a gazillion and one platforms out there, but honestly, you do not have to use all platforms. I don't use all platforms. I mean, I have a Twitter account, I have an Instagram account, but I never use it because those are not my platforms, okay? They're just, my platforms are YouTube and Facebook. Those are my two main platforms. It is where I've created the most success. So I go, success leaves clues, right? I'm going to keep using and mastering the platforms that I know have produced results. Now, am I saying that the other platforms don't produce results? Absolutely not, because I know people on Twitter, I know people on Pinterest, I know people on Instagram who are absolutely crushing it in their business because that is the platform that they chose to hang out on and add content and build rapport and, build a following and add value and all that good stuff. So the very first step is to write down all of the income producing activities that you want to accomplish and incorporate inside of your business for 2018. Once you've figured out what platforms you want to be on, so again, for me, it's blogging. It is YouTube. Okay, I love YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 10 years now. It is Facebook ads, okay? And it is Pinterest. Maybe I'll add some more later on, but for right now, those are like my top 4 platforms that I choose to focus on because they've created and produced the most amount of leads and the most amount of sales. So why deter, my strategy into something else and lose focus? All that's going to do is create more time for me to spend into my business and learning different strategies on a new platform. I don't need to do that. And so my point is, you don't need to be on all social platforms too. Figure out what your 2 or 3, maybe even 4 like mine, platforms are going to be and stick with that. Master the ones that you're good at and the ones that you want to do, because you really don't need to be all over the place. That is the surefire way to get discouraged in building your business, okay? So number 2 is after you have written down all of your income producing activities, what you're going to do is you're going to write down your plan of action for each of those social sites. Okay? And they're different. All the plans of actions for each site. Okay, YouTube is not Pinterest, so it's a different animal. YouTube is not blogging, so it's a kind of different animal. Okay? Facebook ads is not YouTube, right? It's a different kind of animal. So figure out what is your plan of action for each of those social sites. How are you going to be using the sites, right? What kind of content are you going to be creating on those sites? How often are you going to be updating those sites, right? These are the things that you have to think about when you're trying to develop this plan of action for each of those social sites, okay? So number 2 is write down your plan of action. What are you going to be doing on those sites and how often are you going to be doing it, okay? And step number 3, and if you're getting some value so far, just say value down below. if you're digging what I'm sharing with you right now. And be sure to share it, and be sure to click that little get notifications so you can get updates on when I go live to share these cool tips that I'll be sharing with you moving forward. So number 3, and yes, and give me some likes, give me some hearts, give me some love. All right, number 3 is, which of the tasks that you write down, the income producing activities, are you going to do yourself, and which ones are you going to teach somebody else, outsource? Which ones are you going to outsource? Okay, because if you are trying to create freedom in your life, if you're trying to spend more time with your kids, if you're trying to spend more time with your spouse, if you're trying to, go out and, have a 7-hour lunch like I do, right? I usually leave my house around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I usually don't come back till around 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. It's because I'm out doing the things that I like to do, whatever that may be, having fun with my family, picking up my daughter, maybe running some errands, maybe going to, do some fun, activities and things like that, horseback ride, whatever it is that I want to do, okay? We get into a lot of different things, but you need to, if you want to create freedom, the first thing that you need to do is try to figure out which one of those tasks are you going to be responsible for, and which one of those tasks are you going to outsource to someone else. Let me give you an example. Obviously, I have to show up every day and do these live streams, right? I'm the one that has to, figure out what content am I going to create on my live streams for you guys, okay? Now, I like to kind of take my live streams and turn them into blog posts and turn them into YouTube videos and run some ads to them and post them in groups, right? But I don't want to sit here all day doing that. I don't want to be the one doing that. So what I do is I show up and I provide value to you guys every single day, right here on my wall. And then what I do is I have my assistant, she logs into my Facebook account, she goes to my wall, she downloads my video, and then she goes and she uploads it to YouTube, she SEOs it and all that, and then she makes a blog post with images and links and call to actions and all that stuff, and then she goes and she syndicates it for the day. The only thing I do is when she's done, I log into my Aweber account and I email it to my list. That's the extent of my production of the day as far as my live streams are concerned. Okay, so my Facebook Lives. And then what we'll do is if I want to run an ad to that specific video, I will upload it to my Facebook fan page and then simply run an ad to it. Okay, so you see how there's certain things that I'm doing in my business. Now I could sit here and be cheap, right? Because listen, the bottom line is, is that you have to pay. You have to pay. You're going to either have to pay with time or you're going to have to pay with money. Okay, and my time is valuable. My time is much more valuable than money. So I choose the things that I like to do, creating the content, right? Because I don't like creating the blog post. I don't like sitting there wasting time waiting for the video to upload to YouTube, putting SEO and putting the links and all that stuff. I don't want to do it. Okay, there's just certain things that I refuse to do in my business because my time is much more valuable to me. I would rather sit here for an hour creating content and then go and enjoy the rest of my day while my assistant is doing all the tedious things that I just don't want to do. Make sense, guys? Let me know down below if this makes sense. All right, it's kind of hard to see the comments because I can only see one at a time, but yes, okay? So just to recap really quickly, let me get some thumbs up first and let me know if you got some value with what I've shared so far. So again, the 3-step plan for 2018 success is: number 1, write down your income producing activities. Number 2, write down the plan of action for each of those activities. And number 3, figure out which ones you're going to do yourself and which ones you're going to outsource to someone else, because you have to either pay with time or you have to either pay with money. Okay, and for me, once again, my time is way more valuable, so I'd rather spend the money on, creating a job for someone else who needs the money, right? And who can support my dreams, and that's having more time freedom, not being so glued to my desk and my, my office, but creating more of that time freedom when somebody else can do the little tedious stuff. So you're either going to do it yourself or you're going to have somebody else do it for you. Now, of course, there's certain things that you can't outsource. For example, your live streams. You can't hire somebody to do your videos for you. You have to show up and do it. You can't hire somebody to, create your valuable content with your signature stamp on it. You have to show up every day and create that plan of action and figure out what kind of value am I going to bring to the table? You need to be the one responsible for that. Anything else outside of that, all these little, SEO and uploading videos and creating images and doing all these little tedious things that someone else can do. If you don't have to be there to do it, get someone else to do it. Hire your kids, right? Make your kids do them. All these tedious little things, right? It just doesn't make sense. So that's all I have for you guys today. So listen, if you guys haven't heard yet, I just opened up Social Engagement Academy. It is a free 5-day challenge. And if you want to get access to that, we start next Monday on the 6th all the way through the 10th. And I'm going to be sharing things with you that are going to have, produce results inside your business. Very simple tasks that you can be doing every single day that does not take a really long time to do out of your schedule. So if you're working a full-time job, this is great for you because the task that I'm going to be giving to you every single day in this group for the 5 days that we'll be doing this challenge for, they're very simple tasks that will produce results, guaranteed, if you do it and if you show up. Okay. How do I know? Because I do them myself in my business, and I have other people who are doing it who are getting amazing results. So if you want to be a part of Social Engagement Academy, then just go ahead to socialengagementacademy.com. And if somebody can drop the link down in below, I'd appreciate that. It's socialengagementacademy.com. And I also have it in the description up here if you're watching live on Facebook, or if you're watching the replay on YouTube, it will be in the description down below. So that's all I have for you guys. I just wanted to create this quick daily, value-based live stream, and hopefully you guys got some value from that. If you did, let me know down below. Make sure that you share it with your friends and your team and all that stuff. And I will see you guys on tomorrow's live stream. And that's all I have for you guys today. So have an amazing Wednesday, hump day, and I'll see you guys soon.